Hello everyone, Mr. Happy here, and welcome back to our Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV series. In this episode, we will be diving into the Palace of the Dead, and we will be completing a full floor 1 to 50 run over the next several episodes. For that reason, be sure to just keep in mind that Palace of the Dead will be talking about the gradual progression and how you actually go about earning some of the rewards inside. Now, in case you missed the last episode, Palace of the Dead is unlocked in a level 17 quest after defeating Copperbell Mines and its quest as part of the main story. That's a level 17 main story quest. After that, you head to New Gridania and get the quest, The House That Death Built, and it will eventually lead you to this NPC, the Wood Whaler Expeditionary. From this NPC, we can talk to him, and he is your sole means of entering Palace of the Dead. Now, you cannot enter through the duty finder. You have to enter through this guy, and it can be entered with a group of 4 people. It can be entered solo. It can be entered into what is the equivalent of a duty finder. It's called matched party here, but it just throws you in with 3 other random people. And other than that, there's a whole lot to cover, so let's get into it. So on this screen for Deep Dungeon, you'll see we have a few options. But first, you'll notice we have the character name and the gear. Aetherpool Arm and Armor. Now, what that represents is how powerful your character will be inside of Palace of the Dead. Your actual weapons and armor are completely useless in Palace of the Dead. As a matter of fact, let's just unequip everything and run around like this inside. It will not make any difference inside Palace of the Dead if I am like this. It only checks your Aetherpool Arm for your damage and your healing potencies, and armor for the amount of damage you will take. Now, the other options we have are Enter Palace of the Dead, Reset Your Progress, Disband Your Fixed Party, and Learn More. So if you have any questions, click Learn About the Palace of the Dead. Disband Your Fixed Party allows you to take a save file that you went in with a predetermined group of 2, 3, or 4 people and disband it so that you can queue in with random people using the matched party system. Reset Your Progress allows you to delete a save file, but maybe I should click Enter Palace of the Dead so you understand what I mean by save files. Basically, you're allowed to have 2 consecutive versions of your Deep Dungeon run or your Palace of the Dead run saved consecutively on the character. You can only continue from a previous save slot, and if both the save slots are filled and you wish to start anew, you'll have to delete the progress of one of the save slots here. Now, your Aetherpool Arm and Armor will remain consistent regardless of save slot, regardless if you delete them all or go through a million times. Your Aetherpool Arm and Armor values will remain the same, though they can cap based on what level your character is inside. So with that out of the way, we're going to enter save slot 1. Now, if you click enter with a fixed party and you're alone, you'll enter the Palace of the Dead solo, which is not that bad. I've actually soloed floors 1 to 50 on Monk, and people have soloed them on other floors, but it is not something I recommend doing if you're going in for the first time or you're trying to be as efficient as possible with gaining experience points. Matched party, on the other hand, is basically like the duty finder. It'll throw you in with 3 other random people, and you just have to work together to get through a set of 10 floors. So what we're going to do is we're going to enter with a matched party. It's going to say duty registration complete, and now we give it a few, not even a few minutes, give it a second, and bam, Palace of the Dead. Floors 1 to 10. There are some cutscenes in here. We'll be skipping them as we go through them. Now, when you enter Palace of the Dead, your level is going to be reset to 1, and you will have a completely different leveling system. All of this EXP that we gain inside of Palace of the Dead does not immediately affect our characters on the outside. You will only gain stats for your characters on the outside if you actually complete a set of 10 floors. If you all wipe, any progress you made inside will be reset to the last save point. So you can see that we also have a completely different layout here. We have items called Commanders in the top left corner. We have the Aetherpool Arm. We have a completely different user interface for this as well. So we have a lot of explaining to do. Your mini-map is in the top right. I don't know why he would use the Commander of Flight. This is also probably one of my first times using or going in through a matched party. In fact, this is my first ever time going in via matched party. So you can see how quickly we're leveling, but it's because our level was reset to 0. Now, Commanders on the left are basically personal buffs that you can use or debuffs that you can use on targets. Whether or not you use them is up to you and your party's discretion. There's plenty of different effects like reducing the number of monsters that spawn on the next floor, gaining additional treasures from them, reducing damage taken, and transforming into different monsters so that you can perform different effects. Now, we completed the first floor, After defeating enough enemies, a Cairn of, what is this thing? Transference? Whatever it's called. I think it's called a Cairn of Transference will open, and when all active party members are there, that includes, if they are dead, you do need to resurrect them, are standing inside of it, then you will have the option to progress to the next floor. So there are also 3 types of chests. There are gold chests, silver chests, and what's the last chest? Bronze chests. Bronze chests contain items like Phoenix Downs and potions, which you gain a lot of in here, and I highly recommend that you put potions on your hotbar, especially if you are a physical DPS and are lacking healing. Silver chests allow you to upgrade your ether pool arm and armor, and gold chests give you pommanders. That's it. There's also a 4th type of chest called the Accursed Horde, which I'm hoping we'll run into on this run. But it's a chest that's hidden somewhere in each floor, or there's a chance that one will spawn on each Cairn of Passage. That's what it's called. There's a chance that one will be hidden on each floor of Palace of the Dead. And if you activate it, it will give you an item called an Accursed Horde. Affluence. Affluence is good. Oh, hold on. Let me stand there real quick. So what you just saw is us triggering a trap. Okay. I thought that I had actually gotten one. There are traps in the rooms in Palace of the Dead. There's a maximum of 1 trap per room, and there will never be a trap in the room you started in. Those Accursed Hordes can actually spawn, or very often spawn, very close to traps, actually. So we've gotten actually no silver chests so far, so I haven't been able to show you what it does. But let's talk about some of the regular traps in here. You saw that one gave us pacification and silence. Basically doesn't allow us to cast or use abilities. You have ones that do a large amount of damage, and I mean a large amount of damage. Sorry, I was just seeing which commanders they were using. You have ones that allow you to do a very, very large amount of damage. Or, I'm sorry, landmines do a large amount of damage to you. Holy moly, what happened to that guy? Oh, we split up. That was bad. So what happened, so he's dead. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have to use a Cairn of Resurrection, which is in here. Well, we need to activate the Cairn of Return. So he died. He got straight up murdered, probably because the value on his items is like mine, where it's very weak. It has been a long time since I've come in here without any stats, and so it does get kind of risky if you try to do Palace of the Dead with no plus armor, and I'm also getting incredibly unlucky. We keep getting all of these, well, we need to kill these enemies. I don't know why they're going around. Like, we actually need to kill these enemies to make sure that we can go to the next floor. We also do have 2 healers, which kind of helps. Man, we haven't seen a single silver chest yet. We've gotten so many affluence orbs, though. Well, the Cairn of Passage is active, but we need to get that guy alive, so... Guys, we have a dead person. Guys? We need... Hello? Did they change it? No, you can't progress until Yeah, we need to get him alive again. So yeah, you can't progress if one of your party members is dead. That's a big thing in here in Palace of the Dead. So what you need to do is you need to... See, why are they going on attacking the next one? When I'm right here. Oh, now I see why people say that Match Party can sometimes be a disaster. Okay. I really shouldn't do this on my own, but I'm going. Well, because I don't have res yet, do I? No, I don't. I'm too low of a level to resurrect him. So I'm going to go over here, and this will resurrect him, the Cairn of Return. You can also use Phoenix Downs, which you get from enemies and bronze chests. Or you can just buy them off the market board or something. What the f... Wait, how do you get up? Who... Oh, did the Arcanist... Oh, maybe not. Huh. Oh, they had a Phoenix down. Alright. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, so they used a Phoenix down on him there. I was trying to resurrect him with the other item. And as long as you're in combat, also, you can't progress to the next floor. That's another thing. Alright, let's do it. Now, those commanders, by the way, some of them only affect one person, some of them affect the entire party. Depends on which one you use. But like things like affluence orbs kind of help everyone. Oh, is this a silver chest? So this is a silver chest. What silver chests do is they have a chance of upgrading your arm or armor. Very, very important. It has a chance of upgrading your armor. It also has a chance to blow up in your face. Okay, this guy needs to... This guy... I just realized this guy doesn't have a pet out. He should really have a pet out by this point. He is an Arcanist. And he is level... Oh, God. He is just getting a... And he's line of sighting me. Yep, that's not good. I mean, technically, if you were solo, this would be fine. But running in a giant circle, not helping. Not helping one bit. All my potions are filling up my inventory. And... Oh, so Commander of Sight. Somebody used a Commander of Sight that actually reveals the locations of traps and the entire map. So you could see the different kinds of traps on the floor if you use a Commander of Sight. A Commander of Safety will outright remove them. Considering my Ether Pool arm is only +1, my character is really, really weak. Basically, when you have... If you double the total number of pluses that you have for your Ether Pool arm and armor, it basically means what level weapon and what level armor you have. So I have the equivalent of a level 2 weapon and no armor right now. Like, literally, like it's like I'm naked. I am actually naked on this character right now, but it's treating me more so because I have no Ether Pool armor at all. And that can lead to you needing to do the earlier floors repeatedly in order to make sure that you can safely keep progressing. Or it means you have to play a lot safer than everyone else. You can see the difference pretty much. Like when he gets hit, you can tell that guy has probably a decent value on his Ether Pool arm and armor. Meanwhile, when I get hit, or when the other guy gets hit, it's pretty bad. You can also only hold a maximum of 3 of each type of commander. Oh, and now I'm silenced. So now I kind of got to chill back a little bit. He's also level 9 because we literally killed an entire floor without him. That doesn't exactly help either. God, there are no silver chests, man. We are just not lucky. We are like getting really unlucky with silver chests. I might have to do floors 1 to 10 again. But you can see kind of how fast it's going. It's barely been 10 minutes. And we're more than halfway done. Oh, that's going to be fun. Oh, there's going to be maintenance tonight? At what? 10 p.m.? What time is it? Oh, it's 8 right now. Alright, well. Get 2 videos recorded at least for the week. I think I might get 3. Should really work on some other videos, though. Okay, now I'm able to res people. Ascend is level 12. Oh, Intuition. So, Commander of Intuition is an item that allows you to locate the accursed hordes that I mentioned earlier. It will last until you find an accursed horde, which is a very important detail because it means that you're able to use one and then just keep going through until it says that there's an accursed horde nearby, and then it will let you spot one. There was no accursed horde on that floor. It said you do not sense the call of the accursed horde. This floor says that we sense the accursed horde, meaning that there is one. Also, silver chest. Got +2 on my weapon now. And that's what the accursed horde looks like right there. We should really use a Commander of Sight so we don't accidentally step on a trap. And then he summoned a chest out of the ground, opened it, and now each person here got 1 accursed horde. You see that right here. A piece of the accursed horde deadly magics have been cast upon the chest to prevent theft. What that basically means is that as long as we complete the set of 10 floors, we will get a bronze-trimmed sack. And with that, we can appraise that for a random item. It's a semi-random item, but there are some pretty good rewards that you can get as a result. We need more enemies to spawn. This is why I don't like using Commanders of Flight, and I don't recommend using Commanders of Flight. Is because it lowers the amount of mobs that will spawn, and you basically have to keep running around and waiting for them to respawn anyway. So you end up, it ends up not being faster. There's one hiding around the corner right there. So now I have the equivalent of a level 4 weapon. There we go. Now we can leave. I have the equivalent of a level 4 weapon and no armor. Now, in order to get that I-235 weapon, your Ether Pool arm and armor need to be at plus 30 each. Any less and you will not be able... You'll see that we have these kind of glowy weapons inside, but the only way to physically manifest it outside of Palace of the Dead is to get plus 30, plus 30. You'll then have to reset to plus 0 in order to do it as well. So there you go. Some silver chests also explode in your fucking face. There's a gold chest in there. There's also a gold chest in here, though. There's a... any other chests? Sometimes there's more than one chest per room. You've probably seen that a few times. Now, each floor also has different types of enemies. The first enemy you'll really want to fear in here are the Palace Hornets. They do an ability called Final Sting, which will sacrifice their life, but it does incredibly high damage, especially if you have a low Ether Pool armor value. The big thing to note is you can actually outrange the ability just by running away. I probably won't be able to keep aggro long enough to show you that because of Commander of Intuition. I'm going to use Commander of Sight as well. Commander of Intuition. You sense the accursed... Oh, there's the accursed horde right in the middle of the room. Good thing we used it. So you can actually, if you see them casting that ability, you can just outright run away from it. And you shouldn't be in any sort of threat. That guy's... It's right next to a landmine trap, by the way. So he takes one step in the wrong direction. Somebody could die. Scholar is also really good for soloing this, in case you couldn't tell. The fact that we have a Scholar alone, as long as I hang out near him, we should be safe. We're on floor 7. We've gotten... What was that? How many Accursed Hordes was that? I think that was our 3rd Accursed Horde? No, that was our 2nd Accursed Horde. I don't know if you can get Accursed Hordes on boss floors. I've heard some people say you can, but I've never seen it, so... I can't believe, man, how little we've gotten. I can't remember the last time I saw this few silver chests. Normally, I'm just trying to avoid the hell out of them. So here's one of those Palace Hornets. If you see it casting, you can also stun it. You can knock it back. There's a million things you can do. Oh, somebody found a silver chest because my Ether Pool armor went up by 1. This is a busy room right here. Oh, he also found a mimic. That's no bueno. So sometimes chests have mimics instead, and those hurt. They have an ability called Pox. So see, here's Final Sting. Look, all I'm going to do, I'm just going to run away from it. Bam. Avoided. It basically means you can't passively regenerate health. Or one other thing you can do is you can use a Commander of Witching to deal with this problem. But instead, this guy is choosing to kite it in a giant circle. I highly recommend using a Commander of Witching if you get a Mimic. Especially if you have this many other enemies in the way. Just makes it easier. Commander of Witching turns them all into helpless creatures. All they can do is auto-attack for a good 30 seconds. Just makes dealing with the Infatuation ability a lot easier. So you can see he has this effect now, Accursed Pox. He does damage over time, and he also gets no HP regeneration even when out of combat. He also deals less damage, so it's pretty annoying, if I may say so myself. Just trying to take care of myself right here. Alright, and I've got this last gold chest. Commander of Steel. They're trying to use the other Commanders of Steel. Actually, I should use a Commander of Steel, to be honest. There you go. Now they could pick that Commander of Steel up. Oh, but they won't. They already ran away from it. That's fine. Commander of Steel makes me take less damage. As a healer, it's pretty useful. Now, keep in mind, even if you don't have a Commander of Intuition, you can still find a Accursed Horde. Like, I sometimes just solo through Palace of the Dead real quick to look for a Accursed Horde. Like right here, for example. Oh, I see a trap right there. Let me just take a chance, see if there's an Accursed Horde right next to it. Maybe there will be. Or maybe a Palace Hornet will spawn and I'll hate it. Alright. Now we have a little bit of time right here. Let's go up to the next floor. Now, floor 9 is the last non-boss floor. There's 9 non-boss floors, and every 10 floors will be a boss. The boss is not that bad. I highly recommend saving Commanders of Lust for bosses. And sometimes you just get random buffs and debuffs on floors. You can get ones that make all the enemies more powerful. That's called Gloom. You can get Haste. You can get Blind. You can get HP, MP increased or decreased. It's a decent variety of them. There's also a silver chest right there. I really think I should run 1 to 10 again, to be honest. You don't need to, but it'd be a lot safer. So there we go. He used that. I'm going to actually stand right next to it. Hey, my armor's level 2. And sometimes it's literally right on top of it. Nope. I didn't get any lucky. It might still be in that area. I just didn't stand on it. Commander of Lust. Perfect. Commander of Strength. I don't remember what kind of trap this is. But as long as nobody has aggro on that Palace Beetle, I'm down to get the hell out of here. I think I need to run this again. I only got +2/+2. I have armor and weapons equivalent to a level 4. My character inside of Palace of the Dead right now is level 21. Remember, all that progress does not matter. Your level progression inside of Palace of the Dead is not the same. I'm not level 21 on the outside. I'm level 30. Let's see how much EXP we get from completing the 10th floor here. Did somebody already use? Oh, no, there we go, yeah. So as you can see, first strat that he immediately uses. So Commander of Lust turns you into a succubus. And what that allows you to do is use an ability that gives them stacking vulnerability up. So you see he has 4 stacks of vulnerability up. Now he has 5. 5 is the maximum. Just makes them take a ton more damage and lets you burn through these bosses in no time at all. We get to do a player commendation. I'll give it to that scholar because I feel like he carried pretty hard. And now we can walk over to the exit over here, collect our accursed horde, and get some EXP. So, having completed floors 1 to 10, I'm going to get a cutscene, but I'm also going to get a bunch of other stuff. We're going to get a little bit of gil. Let's see what we got. So as a level 30, I got 74,100 experience points. I got 1,000 gil and 2 bronze trim stacks because that's what I got out of that. On top of that, I also obtained... Well, let's see. How much of a level is that? That's about a little bit more than a third level. Hey, somebody recognizes me. Wave. Somebody recognizes me. They said happy, and I'm waving at them, and they're waving at me. Hello. They said they love my videos. I'm gonna say thank you, and I'm gonna bow. There we go. And I realize I'm a giant naked Roganin right here. Looks like he might be leaving. There you go. All right, and then you have a choice. You can either queue up immediately for 11 to 12 over there, or you can exit, go deal with whatever you need to deal with. So 74,000. Floors 1 to 10 are worth the least amount of experience points. All of the sets of 10 floors, like floors 11 to 20, 21 through 30, etc., they become worth more and more experience as you delve deeper and deeper into Palace of the Dead. Now, when you get accursed hordes and you get these bronze-trimmed sacks, you could take them to this expedition bishop nearby and appraise them. And they give you all kinds of rewards. My inventory is full, however, so let's go fix that real quick. Oh my god, I forgot I had all these friggin' items in here. Silver pieces, grenade ashes, oh, Leviathan barb. I don't know, those are not really worth anything, but whatever, I'll keep it. These are just all items I had from, like, the last time I actually played this character. Sheelite, vitality materia, iron ore, triple cream coffees, earrings, wristlets. Yeah, you guys remember all this stuff. Okay, we got a few spare inventory spaces now. Damn, I have 1.1 million on this character. I didn't even know that. Let's see what we get. Most of the time you get trash, but sometimes you get cool items. All right, let's see. And there are going to be rarer sacks like silver, gold, and mithril. So I got a firework, And, oh, that means it's going to be a rare item. If you see that swirl around, it means it's going to be a rare item. Thavnarian headdress, not really a great item. It's more of a glamour item. But on some servers, it used to sell okay. It doesn't really sell for much of anything anymore. Especially because of how many people can do Palace of the Dead. Yeah, I don't even see it. Oh, is it, did it not fall in there? Did it fall in my actual inventory and I just didn't notice? No? No, maybe I'm just blind, man. Dude, my voice is shot. Yeah, well, whatever. I think you guys get the point. I don't even want this mask either as part of the main story quest. And that was Palace of the Dead floors 1 to 10. I think I should do another one. I should probably do another one off camera and then move on to 11 to 20. But with the server shutting down in a couple of hours, I'll probably wrap things up here for the time being, get these 2 videos out to you this week, and then get to working on some other stuff. But anyway, that was floors 1 to 10 of Palace of the Dead. Hopefully you're looking forward to checking out the remainder of Palace of the Dead. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned for more Palace of the Dead. We have a lot more to talk about, especially in the next part where I'll be going to a level higher than my current outside level inside Palace of the Dead. You'll get to see what happens when I go past level 30, even though my Astrologian's only level 30 on the outside. It's quite interesting. It's one of my favorite features of Palace of the Dead. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time, and until then, take care.